Inside a giant block of ice, 3 golden keys lay hidden. Whoever got them first could unlock the safe and claim $100,000 in cash. The rule? No smashing the ice. So, how do you melt it fast? As the timer began, the contestants racked their brains. It seemed they had nothing but their own body heat. George tried licking the ice, but the freezing cold nearly ripped his tongue off. He yelped and pulled back in pain. On the other side, John rubbed his elbow against the block. David copied him, even pressing his face to the ice, only to freeze within seconds. John switched to his legs, scraping hard, but the ache soon overwhelmed him. 10 minutes later, their efforts were almost useless. Then David had a flash of insight. The larger the contact area, the faster the melting, so David pressed his bare stomach right against the ice. The sting was beyond words. After that, he switched to scraping with a card. But George went even further. He pressed his shoes hard against the ice, rubbing back and forth, as if he had come just to put on a comedy act. The host intervened. "You may use tools, as long as it's within the rules." The men scrambled. George found a drill. David grabbed a crowbar, while poor John dug up only a plastic tube, barely shaving off some shards. Another 10 minutes passed. The surface was dented, but nowhere near the keys. Then the host wheeled out a suitcase. "Answer my question correctly, and you'll earn a tool." First question: who won the 2022 World Cup in Qatar? "Argentina," George shouted. "Correct." He snatched a heat gun, blasting the block until water streamed down. But the tool was limited. Only 1 minute of use. Next: which player has the most Ballon d'Or titles? John answered instantly. "Messi." "Right again." He got a hot iron, pressing it to the ice. Steam hissed, but again, 1 minute only. The men returned to improvising. David hauled water from the restroom. John dragged the block to a drain for friction. George stubbornly pressed on with body heat. Suddenly, George felt something hard. David, desperate, even tried smashing the block, but failed. Then George screamed with joy. He had the key! He dashed to the safe, unlocked it, and walked away with $100,000 in cash. The challenge was his. Now the question is, how would you melt that ice?